Running out of closet space? Don't stop shopping. Start selling with The Real Real. Whether it's the jewelry your ex bought you before they became your ex, or that quiet luxury bag you bought before remembering you're actually a maximalist, give it a second chance with someone else. Sell it with The Real Real and make room in your closet for something else that feels more like you. The best part of selling with The Real Real? They handle everything from photography and copywriting to pricing and shipping, because your to-do list is already long enough. With a community of over 40 million members ready to shop what's in your closet, your items sell fast, so you can leave the past in the past. Because resale on The Real Real is for second chances. Plus, October is National Consignment Month, so new consigners earn $100 extra for a limited time. Go to therealreal.com to start selling and get $100 extra to keep shopping. That's therealreal.com for your extra $100. Therealreal.com. Terms apply.
Hey listeners, this is Peter, and welcome back to the History Shorts podcast. This humble show is brought to you by the Podcast Republic, your ultimate listening app. Discover and subscribe to thousands of podcasts from around the globe, yours truly included, all in one place. Download Podcast Republic now, available on Google Play and the Apple App Store. Today, on History Shorts. Few garments have achieved the global recognition and cultural resonance of Levi's jeans. Worn by gold miners in the American West, factory workers in urban centers, Hollywood icons on the silver screen, and revolutionaries in streets from Paris to Beijing. Levi's denim has become more than just clothing. It is a symbol of practicality, rebellion, and American ingenuity. The story of Levi's jeans is not merely a tale of fabric and rivets. It is a story of migration, industry, innovation, and the intersection of commerce and culture. And here is the rest of that story.
Yesterday, December 7th, 1941.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall.
The story of Levi's jeans begins with Levi Strauss, a Bavarian-born immigrant who arrived in New York City in 1847 at the age of just 18. Strauss was born Lob Straub in Buttenheim, Bavaria, into a family engaged in textile trades. The Straub family, though not wealthy, was industrious and entrepreneurial, and Levi learned early the skills of commerce and negotiation. In 1850, as news of the California gold rush swept across the nation, Strauss recognized both opportunity and risk. Like many ambitious young men, he traveled west to San Francisco, a city transforming overnight from a sleepy port into a bustling hub of commerce, crime, and gold fever. Strauss initially sold dry goods, fabrics, clothing, and supplies, mainly to miners, providing the essential materials needed for survival and work in the remote and rugged mining camps scattered across the Sierra Nevada foothills. While Strauss' dry goods business was profitable, he faced a problem common to miners: clothing's durability. Miners and laborers were prone to tearing their pants while digging, climbing, and working in harsh conditions. Canvas trousers had been popular, but they were too stiff and uncomfortable. In 1872, Strauss' business received a request that would prove transformative. Jacob Davis, a tailor in Reno, Nevada, had devised a method to reinforce pants with metal rivets at certain points of strain, such as pocket corners and the base of the fly. Davis, however, lacked the capital to patent the idea. He proposed a partnership with Levi Strauss & Company, offering to share the patent if Strauss would fund the process. Recognizing the potential of this durable workwear, Levi's agreed, and in 1873, the patent for riveted trousers, what would become the iconic Levi's jeans, was granted. This event marks the formal inception of the product that would become a worldwide phenomenon. The innovation of riveted pants was both practical and visionary. The rivets, strategically placed, transformed pants from simple coverings into garments that were capable of withstanding intense labor. As such, miners, railroad workers, and other laborers embraced them immediately, and Levi's quickly became synonymous with reliability and utility. The company branded the pants waist overalls at first, but then the term jeans, borrowed from a French term that referred to durable blue work pants from Genoa, Italy, gradually entered popular vernacular. By the late 19th century, Levi's had moved decisively beyond its San Francisco headquarters, establishing a network of distribution that extended across the rapidly developing American West. The company recognized that the gold fields of California, while still active, were only one facet of a growing labor economy that demanded durable workwear. Levi's trousers became a fixture in logging camps in Oregon and Washington, where crews wrestled with dense forests, axes, and saws, and where ordinary cotton or wool trousers would not endure the daily rigors of feeling stress and hauling timber. In the rail yards that crisscrossed the expanding West, from Denver to Salt Lake City, workers laying track or operating engines contended with sparks, coal dust, and the constant threat of mechanical injury. Levi's rugged denim, reinforced with these rivets, offered a rare combination of durability and comfort that other garments just lacked. Even in frontier towns, settlements that sprang up overnight around mines, trading posts, and river crossings, Levi's pants became an unspoken standard, worn by miners, blacksmiths, and shopkeepers alike. Merchants in these towns, recognizing a growing reputation of the Levi brand, began stocking the pants alongside other essential goods, creating a quasi-national distribution network well ahead of many contemporary manufacturers. By embedding themselves in the daily lives of workers across multiple industries, Levi's was not merely selling trousers anymore. It was establishing trust, cultivating loyalty, and branding itself as indispensable to the laboring men who drove the economic and infrastructural expansion of the American West. This period marked the transformation of Levi's from just a regional supplier to a symbol of practical, reliable workwear, a brand whose name would very soon become synonymous with the frontier itself. The cultural rise of Levi's jeans was accelerated by their adoption beyond strictly utilitarian contexts. As the 20th century approached, jeans began to move into popular consciousness as a symbol of rugged American masculinity. Photographs and advertisements depicted miners, cowboys, and factory hands clad in sturdy denim, promoting an image of strength, self-reliance, and frontier spirit. Hollywood, emerging as a dominant cultural force in the 1910s and the 20s, amplified this association. Western films, in particular, featured cowboys wearing Levi's jeans, reinforcing the pants' connection to adventure, risk, and authenticity. By the 1930s, Levi's jeans had become a staple of American working-class attire, while also gaining a reputation for casual style and comfort. World events and social change only further shaped Levi's trajectory. During World War II, for example, Levi Strauss and Company contributed to the war effort by producing uniforms and workwear for the military. Denim, already durable and versatile, proved indispensable for soldiers and laborers alike. Following the war, returning veterans brought Levi's into suburban and urban America, where they were worn not only for work, but also for leisure, dating, or entertainment. The post-war period saw a democratization of style. Jeans were no longer merely functional workwear. They were now fashionable. Teenagers, particularly, and young adults, in the 1950s adopted Levi's as a badge of identity. Cultural icons such as James Dean and Marlon Brando, in films like Rebel Without a Cause and The Wild One, popularized jeans as symbols of youthful rebellion, challenging established norms and authority. Levi's, by virtue of durability and design, became entwined with broader cultural narratives of independence, defiance, and self-expression. The global expansion of Levi's followed American cultural influence, especially through cinema, music, and youth movements. By the 1960s and 70s, jeans had become a universal garment worn across continents and social strata. Levi's adopted by diversifying styles, washes, and fits, appealing to a range of consumers, while also maintaining the essential design elements, namely rivets, durable denim, and signature stitching that distinguished the brand from others. Throughout this period, Levi's also became associated with counterculture. Hippies, rock musicians, and political activists adopted denim as a visual marker of solidarity, freedom, and nonconformity. The jeans, originally intended to prevent tearing in gold mines, had now evolved into a canvas for identity, ideology, and cultural dialogue. Levi Strauss & Company faced challenges alongside its success. Industrial competition, globalization, and changes in consumer preferences required constant adaptation. International manufacturing, licensing agreements, and marketing campaigns were necessary to maintain market share. Yet the brand retained its core identity: durable, practical, and timeless. Strategic branding initiatives, including the introduction of the red tab, leather patch, and iconic two-horse logo, only reinforced authenticity and continuity, anchoring Levi's in both historical memory and contemporary fashion. The company's commitment to quality and heritage became central to its narrative, distinguishing it from other trends. Equally important was Levi's ability to navigate social and political change. Denim jeans, once a workman's garment, intersected with issues of labor, civil rights, and cultural expression. Levi's factories were among the early adopters of labor protections, and the company engaged with social responsibility campaigns and sustainable production practices. Meanwhile, consumers across generations imbued jeans with symbolic meaning. They represented class mobility, rebellion, or simple practicality depending on context. And so, Levi's jeans illustrate the complex interplay between commerce, culture, and identity, demonstrating just how material objects can accrue symbolic and historical significance over time. Hopefully today's episode has inspired you to seek out and learn more about this subject. For answers to questions, sources for today's episode, to leave a comment, or check out upcoming guest announcements, visit www.historyshortspodcast.com or look for History Shorts Podcast on Facebook and X. Stay curious, and I will talk to you all tomorrow.